The Department of Corrections celebrates and honors National Hispanic Heritage Month. This Hispanic Heritage Month, we would like to introduce you to our first Latino Commissioner, Luis A. Molina.
Hispanic Heritage Month for me is something really special. I've been really fortunate to be mentored by a lot of Latino leaders, both male and female, not only professionally, but personally in my life. And I think every young person, regardless of ethnicity, needs a mentor. So to be able to celebrate them during Hispanic Heritage Month and just calling them and recognizing the role that they played in my journey is special. So I'm Puerto Rican. My mom and dad both were born and raised in Puerto Rico and came to New York City at a very, very young age. Well, I think I grew an appreciation for the Spanish language as I got older. And I think language is one thing that connects our culture, not specifically only with being from Puerto Rico, but there's so many other Spanish countries around the world where Spanish language is the first language. When I had an opportunity to live for a short time in Mexico, I really was able to connect with sort of the global Spanish heritage because I was able to communicate. Well, I have a mentoring management style, and I think, one, being Latino, Hispanic is part of that authentic self. Being a kid that grew up in the Bronx in New York City is part of that, graduate and product of public schools of our city. So I engage with all levels of staff, both correction officers, non-uniform staff, our wardens. And I think having journeyed in similar paths that they've journeyed, I think when I bring my lived experience to this job, there's sort of a lot of value to that. Giving advice regarding any profession, but especially coming into law enforcement, it is really the giving of oneself, right? It is a true epitome of public service. Sometimes we can be geographically limiting in what we want to do to pursue a career. And I remember as a young kid in the Bronx, having joined the military, many of the young kids I grew up with when I came home from the military were still back in the neighborhood. And that's not always a bad thing, but I think if you want to pursue a career, whether in law enforcement or anything else, when that opportunity presents itself, and it may not be in your hometown, but you can do yourself a disservice if you don't pursue opportunities because of geographic limitations. And under the Adams administration, I would tell you as a Latino commissioner and a commissioner in general, I feel very supported so that my voice and my opinion has weight. And that really, at the end of the day, is what makes a difference when we're trying to advance communities that are underrepresented, like the Latino community in New York City, in positions of high authority. And we can see the talent in this administration through its many diversities. But we have Latinos working in major agencies now leading them, and that's something to be very prideful of in Hispanic Heritage Month.